Oh, hello, zombie. Long time no see. Okay, give me a second. Okay, where I am? Where am I hiding? Oh yes, here I am. Yo, yo, yo. Okay. Give me a moment to get a sip of cola. All right, I think I'm ready to start stream. Hello, everyone. Today at this late evening, late night time, it's 11 p.m. in my area. I'm streaming Resident Evil 4, the new one, the remake of Resident Evil 4. And I don't know, I feel like this one is kind of expected. Since Resident Evil 4 is just, it's considered kind of like a classic, not just overall as a classic, but also like a classic when it comes to encounter design, right? Did I play the original? That's, I guess, time for a little embarrassing gamer confession time, since I actually haven't played the original. I kind of skipped it as a teenager, and I think my first Resident Evil was the Thieves one. Yeah, I think I played the next after the Resident Evil 4. And I never really I knew, I watched videos, I watched like analysis, all the stuff about that game, and I knew like its reputation among gamers and like designers in general, its like influence, its importance. But yeah, I kind of never really had a desire to play it, really. Like the overall tone of the game, its visuals, never really evoked any desire inside of me. You only played 1 and 2. Oh, okay. Have you played the new ones, the remakes of the first and second one? So yeah, it's I guess I couldn't skip when the remake came out recently. I just couldn't skip it, right? I had to remedy my ignorance. Well, I wasn't really ignorant, but I haven't like played myself, right? And so I guess it's time to remedy it. And since it's a game that has like basically a linear structure, right? It has a linear design, level design, and it has like some outstanding encounter design too. I think it's just the perfect game to play on the stream. Oh, you own the first remake. Yeah, I played for the second remake. For remake of the second one, I played only demo. And for some reason, I didn't buy the whole game. For some reason, I don't even remember why. And then I played the remake of a third, I think, right? The third game that is kind of that fell a bit short on in community, in fans community, as far as I know. So yeah, I guess let's start. Kind of interesting main menu screen. It's very like, I guess one of the things, right, that remake kind of moves away from compared to the original. It's overall mood, overall tone of the game, right? It's darker, it's I guess more serious, not as goofy as the original one was, which is, for me, it's a plus, I would say, because I was like one of the reasons why kind of like the Resident Evil 4, the original one, that didn't really evoke any desire to play in me, was its like overall arcadeness, like goofiness, I guess, overall. Very simple for a high budget game. You mean the remake of the third one, right? Yeah, I haven't played the remake of the second one, but I've seen playthroughs, I've seen speedruns. So yeah, I know more or less how the game is structured and what the content is, how it's designed and all that. So yeah, for me, when I played the remake of the third one, it was a bit disappointing. The Nemesis, especially. That comes to my mind. Oh, you mean the title screen? Yeah, okay, yeah, so what I wanted to say about this title screen is just, it doesn't feel like the Resident Evil game, right? At all. It's just, if you would give me this title screen, I would say that, it's very moody, it's very calm, evocative. I would say it's probably like for some indie game, maybe walking sim, you know? Something along those lines. But if you would tell me like, no, actually, it's Resident Evil 4. Like, wait, what? The Goatees Online store makes me feel. I mean, it's the reality of AAA landscape, right? That's just you can't. It's expected at this point. I don't even pay attention to it. I'm kind of interested actually how in Resident Evil 4. How the main menu looks like. Kinda. Okay, Resident Evil 4. Main menu. Of course, it shows me the remake first. God damn it. Yeah, it is very straightforward. It's just like a marketing art. I guess I can stream it. Give me a second. Is it window? Video capture? Yeah, this is basically how it looks like. I mean, yeah, that's a Resident Evil game. It's honestly, I mean, yeah, it looks a little bit. I don't know how to say it. It's just a bit lazy. It looks like just like a promotional art, right? They just slapped on the main menu, like, yeah, all right. We don't have time for this. Just put some promotional stuff. Damn, the Leon and Ashley, the models look kind of bad. And they look so dead. Like their eyes, their facial expressions, it's just empty. There's void. They're not alive. They're just puppets. Anyway, let's close. Yeah, I guess I would say very uncontroversial take that the remake has a better main menu screen. Looks like they gave an intern all the assets and they just slapped them together. I mean, yeah, it's just. I mean, I guess it was like it was what 2005, right? The original came out in, so it was a different time. But yeah, I would say that I definitely prefer the remake one. So yeah, let's begin. You can see that I started the game just to check out that my PC can handle it. And here's like the first moment of debate. I kind of want to play this game on standard, but I guess I can change the difficulty during the game, right? But let's go for the standard difficulty for now, to get like the sort of you know, average standard sort of experience, right? Because Resident Evil 4, the original one, has a dynamic difficulty system, right? That kind of tweaks the difficulty depending on how player performs. I actually didn't know the remake has the same system. I will assume that it has maybe not the same system, but something in place, something dynamic, difficulty based too. So I'll go for standard for now. You heard about the system too? It's kind of interesting that the system is just like, it's very obscure as far as I know. It's like it's never really explicitly like stated anywhere for that game, and I don't know if the same thing is true for this one. I assume it is. I guess I'll after the stream and before like the next one, I'll dig a little bit deeper into how this game works. Well, this is very minimalistic loading screen, just void and slow progress bar. Yeah, I guess that was the intention. It's not Ashley, right? I don't think it's Ashley. Or is it? Yeah, I'm a little bit confused by this cutscene. Like, it looks like they killed a woman, but the woman kind of looks
September 30th,
like an Ashley suit? I don't know.
It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky.
A bit of a wreck-up.
I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me.
Oh, it's a Krauser, I think, right? Like one of the villains in that game.
Forget what happened that night. The pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Oh, the music. Oh, that's a nice transition. From the flashback recap sort of thingy.
So tell me, Yankee, why did you come to this horrible place? As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, huh? The chief gave the orders himself. Help him, he said.
I'm sure your boys didn't come all the way out here to roast marshmallows. Maybe you did.
You have a strange sense of humor. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Just between us. A lot of people have gone missing around here. And it's been that way for a while now.
Well then, should be just another day in the office, right?
I mean, last week there was a search for some missing hikers.
I'm sure you'll do your best to help me.
I think this is it. Nature calls, huh? I'll be right back.
Yeah, so far more or less similar to how the original intro went, right?
¿Te has bebido el bar entero? You smoke?
Vaya sitio más tétrico. ¡Eh! ¿Hay alguien ahí?
He sure is taking his time. Did he fall in? Maybe you better go and take a look. Oh, watch the car. Wouldn't want to get a parking ticket.
Yeah, that was an original. I remember. Alright, are we finally in? Yep. See what's taking so long. It's a nice objective. Right, yeah, so kind of the first thing that I guess is quite noticeable is like overall, apart from just like the tone and the wood, like the lighting itself, right? I mean, a long time has passed. Like the game industry kind of, especially the AAA part, moved a lot in this regard, right? If you remember the original one, it was like it's quite the difference is quite radical, I would say. But again, I kind of like this again moody, dark approach to overall visuals art. Can you think of any games where you can get a parking ticket? Parking ticket. I mean, I assume probably some of the GTE ones. There's probably something related to it. Nothing specific comes to my mind. Parking ticket. Yeah, I can't really remember any like a particular scene or quest or anything like this. But yeah, my guess would be probably in the GTE ones or like in any other GTE-esque game, like I don't know, Watch Dogs or what's like the Chinese one was set in like Hong Kong or something. There was like a very good GTE sort of esque game that I forgot. Sleeping Dogs, I think. Yeah, Sleeping Dogs is the name. Yeah. The Sleeping Dogs. That's the one. Man, I kind of wish you would get some sort of sequel to that one. You know, instead of like a new GTA set in like in another American, I don't know, state. I would definitely I would go for Sleeping Dogs 2 something. But anyway, yeah. So what do we have here? Just a nice dark forest. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful gold rays. What? That's a weird timing to present a shift like when I'm staying in front of an obstacle. Yeah, buddy, I think it's a good time for you to run. Okay, that was weird. I wonder if it's on delay or something. So this is like a basic, a classic AAA, like a modern AAA tutorial, right? You're slowly introduced, like in this very simple, like linear environment, to different mechanics, right? Starting from the basics, like the sprint, for example. In this particular case, I guess the intention is, to give a player like a long corridor that is just, you know, you kind of want to run through as quick as possible, right? And so when the player has this desire sort of awakening inside of them, you present them as a hint like, hey buddy, actually you can run in this game, did you know? Maybe it's a good time to, you know, to run something. In this case it just, yeah, I think it was on timer or something, because that was a bit weird moment to present me the hint. So I heard a bunch of, I don't know how the game should be loud enough, I hope, but there was like a bunch of very scary noises. There's like a dog or something. Is it me, or these like ravens or crows or whatever? They're just fat. They're just like dummy sick. Like they're just, I think it feels like, it looks as though they're gigantic crows. Or ravens. Ravens are they're completely black, right? The environments look top-notch. Yeah, that's it's definitely, I guess, if you're looking for an example of like a contemporary AAA sort of standard to graphics. Yeah, this remake does a good job. Yeah, these crows, I would be scared if I saw them, because they're pretty bulky. Which I guess I assume has a bit of a sort of gameplay significance, because in the original you can shoot ravens, right, to get money from them or like other resources, right, which is amazing. So I assume that these are the crows that we will encounter later, and we'll be able to shoot them, and so their size is kind of a bit tweaked to make it a little bit easier for the player to get them. All right, we have the first sight of. We can even look closer. Thank you, game. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, I really like this one. Looks like this corridor. Okay, yeah, the one thing that is a little bit weird with I play on keyboard and mouse, as you probably guessed. So the mapping for crouch it's binded to E for some reason, which is a bit baffling choice to me. And when I first time I started the game to see if it works properly, and I got to this moment, I was just like, what is going on here? Well, like, what are you doing? So I checked the settings, and there is some sort of evade mechanic binded to E2, it looked like, from the menu. So I guess I'll try to play with this like with default settings for now, but it's just very unconventional approach. Yeah, it's kind of it's baffling a little bit, because I'm like it happens like right now, and happened like the first time I started the game. Like I was like intuitively like pressing C button, and nothing was happening. Like what? All right, so we're getting to this nicely looking house. The intro is a little bit longer, right, compared to the original. I think in the original you kind of like dropped right near the house. But I like this little walk in the forest. It was definitely worth it. Probably nothing to explore for now, I would say. So let's just get right into this house.
Anyone home?
Oh, okay, this is weird. It's yeah, this is okay. This is weird. You see the interaction hint, right? But if I press F, nothing happens. Like I need to. What is? Yeah, only now when I got so close and under like a specific angle. I mean, the door. It looks like the door just opens automatically, right? So it's not a big deal, I guess, in this particular case. But that's a bit. Yeah, this one is a little bit strange, a bit confusing. Yeah, you can see how now it's only right now it switches to like actually interactable state. But anyway, not a big deal, at least in that example. Oh, bitch, you leave like this? Yeah, look at this mess. There's some really cool skull of... What kind of animal is this? In situations like this, I wish Resident Evil would like would give me an opportunity, you know, to like turn on, let's say maybe like in exploration sort of sequences, to be able to turn on the first person perspective. That would be great, because look at all of this beautiful, like detailed, dense environment, right? And I kind of, the first person perspective is just like naturally is a better sort of way to let player appreciate the surroundings. Yeah, I have no idea what animals is. Like, I just like some weird tusks. Can you jump in this game? Actually, I don't think you can. You can like do vaulting. You can like, it's basically like context dependent, right? So like on its own, there is like no independent jumping, as far as I know. Guess it's a way to show which doors can. Yeah, it's kind of like, I guess it's like just general indication, right? That this is interactable. This is something that to like attract attention to the player, like from far distance, right? So there will like, again, to be like very clear, right? All right, buddy, I can go this way. I can interact with it. But the fact that it's actually not interactable until like I get very close. Yeah, this one is a little case. Like that's another example, right? We have like an item that we can pick up or something. And in this case, it's better. Like the hint appears when I get close enough, right? Without any like weird need like to rotate camera like under specific angle, like or get very close. Okay, we can. Right, so that's I guess like a classy Resident Evil inspection item mechanic. I think that's just, I might be wrong, but is it? I think this mechanic is present like in the first games, right? Am I wrong? Am I like hallucinating? Because it's definitely present in the like in the new games, like they're in the 7's game. I remember like you had this mechanic of being able to pick up items and like inspect them, and like in this very like separate inspection mode. I can't remember. How do you feel about doors closing after timing games like this? It's in a game like this. Oh my god! Come on, Leon, please enter the. So let's say I enter, right? And there are a bunch of zombies here, and I'm like, okay, actually, I don't want to be in this room. I'm gonna go back. I would say I don't really like it, since this game is all about careful positioning, right? It's about, there are a lot of encounters in the tight enclosed spaces where you need to be like very careful, very deliberate with your positioning. You need to like constantly move to avoid threats, right? Or like to get like to a better position. And so the fact that the doors kind of can close on you in a situation, right, when you get in the room and there's suddenly a threat that I didn't know about, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to be in this room, right? And the doors, they open automatically, so that's, I guess, a little bit better, but there's definitely, you can see, okay, when the door closes, like how the camera gets like very close, and it clips, and actually clips through the door. So it's still a bit awkward. It looks to me. It still can create a lot of like a bit of a frustration if you like actually encounter a situation like this where you want to escape a room when the door closed, and now you have like all the camera like acting a little bit unoptimal in a situation where you want to like not to have this behavior right present. It's not very critical, I would say, right? Since it's the doors are very cooperative. They just they don't even feel like an obstacle, really, right? Kind of looks like it might actually be based on your distance from there. Yeah, it's. I guess what I like is that I don't actually need to face it, so it's like opens either way if I just back out. I wonder if there might be like some technical aspects related to that. You know how doors in video games, so they're like they're notorious, I guess, for being like very hard to handle, right? All the sort of edge cases that can be present related to the door, right? And how you handle them. So I assume that maybe one of the reasons why the doors like close automatically instead of like staying open until you close them like deliberately might be related to some technical issues. But also like another case to take into consideration is, do you want to have like an ability to close and open doors, right? I guess you can do it if you like, let's say, right? Can I actually close it? Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think I can close the door that I just opened, right? So yeah, I guess there is not much like utility to being able to close and open doors too, I guess. Yeah, the door has gas above and below. Yeah, that's also true. In this case, I guess it's kind of also, you can say, maybe related to readability of environment, right? Because of the gaps, you can see that the lighting right in the room is leaking out, so it's kind of adds to the fact that you can see there is something behind, right? There is light behind this door. There is a room that I guess I can enter. Oh, god damn it, like for a second I got very excited. There is like a first time chatter, but it's a fucking promotion bot. Give me a second. Let me deal with this. Holy shit, it's... For some reason, Twitch doesn't let me ban this user. Okay, that's weird. Alright, but whatever. Okay, anyway, why did I go into this room? I picked up this item of some sort of religious significance, I guess, right? Oh yeah, no, wait a second. There was like something. There was, yes. Crude charm. Judgment is nigh. Okay. I guess that's. I mentioned earlier, right? How it would be cool to have a first-person perspective, to being able to like to explore and appreciate and see environments, right, better. But I guess you can say it's a nice compromise in a sense that for items that are actually significant, you have this a separate inspection mode that lets you look at them closely and like rotate them and do like all sorts of manipulations. And then there's like an additional level of gameplay, I guess, stuck on them that you can. Some items have like a hidden details that you need to like discover by rotating them or something like this. And of course, another thing that you that worth mentioning, that you can't just implement. It's not easy to implement. Like, let's say you have a third-person game, right? Like, oh, just add a switch to first-person camera, like, right? And that's it. Yeah, that's not exactly how it works, because yeah, video games and then, for example, environments need a different sort of consideration in regard to like size of objects and doorways, right? To accommodate, in case of a third-person camera, like the camera itself, right, that is hanging behind the player's character. So this kind of necessitates certain changes in environments that, in a first-person perspective, they would kind of look weird. Like in World War Z, for example, the third-person zombie co-op shooter that I worked on, the game was created in third person, right, initially. Later, like after, I don't know, 2 years of different updates since launch, the first person mode was added, but it was like not easy at all, and it still kind of looks a bit weird, like certain elements of environment in the first person perspective. Just they don't look that great. Okay, wait a second. There was a door, I think, right? No. Okay. Oh, what? Did Leon just touch the wall? Oh yeah, there's. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like this detail. Actually, okay, I like this and the fact that the character reacts sort of, right. It's, oh man, it's kind of it's really nice way to sort of deal with, you know, sort of a very like a gamey, right, element of like a character running when you sprint with a character and bump into the wall. In most video games, nothing happens, right? But that's not how it works in real life. In real life, you can't just sprint into a wall. You have to like stop yourself, right? And this is, I guess, kind of like in a game like this, right? It's just very AAA, very realistic when it comes to like animations, right, and all this stuff. I guess it's kind of like a way to handle this particular part, that, you know, actually the character reacts to the geometry if you like sprint into it. Is your on time right now to find the ping? I guess yeah, that's it. The first time I saw a character touch wall like that was a Tomb Raider Underworld. Is it the new Tomb Raider, or is it like one of the old ones? I don't remember the names. I feel like that's, yeah, I don't remember. Is it the old one or the new one? Because if it's the old one, that it's impressive. There have been 3 made since then. Okay, got it. But another thing is, even so I really like this feature, this little detail, you can, if you pay attention, that you can see that Leon actually doesn't touch the wall. There is a very significant like empty space between his hand and the wall. So yeah, I appreciate the intention, but I mean it's tough. It's tough to do stuff like that. I'm kind of impressed that they actually did this. Really, that they decided to make the character react to Southern 8. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Actually, even so, wait a second. There are mechanics, right, when the character has to like move through the air, through the edge, right, like leaning to the wall, and there's like a gap, like an abyss below you, right, where the character has to like basically hug the wall, right, and slowly move across. Is it like, does this game has this like a very, I guess, typical in a modern AAA like platforming games mechanic? Because if it does have this like a traversal element, then I can kind of see why would you do that, right? Since you already need to do the character like hugging the wall, sort of touching the wall animation. Okay, so we got into that room. We encountered a nice little charm. Okay, this door is interactable. Is this one interactable? Oh! Wait. Okay, this one is... Oh, this is so weird, you see? There is no interaction here at all. There is none. Zero. And it's just... It only appears, like the only like actual interaction hint appears when I get close. What is happening here? This door is just so weird. Yeah, that was the first Tomb Raider with that, but that's on specific edges. The wall touch happen everywhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That you would kind of like have this mechanic, this traversal mechanic, and you also would like propagate it to other geometrical surfaces. Actually, oh yeah, you are correct. This one doesn't open automatically. Actually, does this one open? Wait a second. No, this one. Okay, this one is closed. Okay, yeah, I remember now. So, okay, this one makes sense. Why does it open, right? Since it's we need to get a key. But this one. Ah, because this door starts the cutscene transition. Yeah, so they sacrifice the consistency for this intro cutscene. Yeah, I mean, very a pedant inside of me want to criticize this, but
sorry to barge in like
I mean,
this.
most players probably wouldn't even notice it, right? So I can understand.
Vino aquí?
Oof. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Damn, look at that kick. He broke his neck. God damn it, Leon. What a badass. Okay, I'm interested in one thing. Only in one thing. You can see now it behaves consistently. Now it's automatic again. Now it's a good door. Now it's a good, consistent door. Oh, that was yeah, that kick was just oof, that was painful. Okay. Let's get that key. Hunter's Lodge key. Yeah, that guy just got wrecked. I don't think like in the original, I remember that like they basically have the same sequence, right? When Leon enters the house and there's like a creepy guy, and he I think also. Actually, no. I think in the original, this is where the first combat encounter begins, right? This is where you fight actually in game. I mean, I'll take this trade. Officer's badge, National Police Corps. Mario? Oh, Mario! I'm sorry, Fernandez Castano. Is there anything? No, I wanted to rotate it. That's a fancy badge, by the way. It's a very fancy badge, and it looks good. I would just want to come to people, right? If I was like a policeman, I just would want to come to random people like, "Hi, I'm police officer. You want?" Yeah. Well, I would do this, of course, but I would have the urge. Corpse is pronounced as core? Wait a second. Really? What? The P is silent? And the S, I mean, it's S silent too, I guess. What? This is... Okay, yeah, English is just... What a language, man. Wow, yeah, that's a surprise. I mean, this is how I guess it works, right? You never really know how the word is pronounced until you like Google it or...
Man, that stinks.
What is it? Is it like a bunch of like a hair? You know what? It doesn't look disgusting enough for me, you know? Like, in terms of high resolution of this pile of mess, doesn't look AAA to me. You could do a better job, I think. You could make it more detailed. Yeah, like that, especially like the boiling part, right? The boiling, the liquid is getting boiled. It's just like, yeah, it just doesn't look convincing at all. Like the splashes don't sell it. Yeah. In 2023, as a AAA game, I think you can do a better job. But you know what? I appreciate that they let you actually, you know, come and zoom in on this, you know, beautiful piece of food. You know, like someone in the dev team decided that, yeah, I want to give players opportunity to appreciate this asset. I totally get it. Is it a cat or is it a rabbit? Looks like it. Actually, no, I don't. I wonder for a second. Is it okay on Twitch to show stuff like? I guess it's okay. Is that peeing guy in the soup? Actually. No, I don't think that's a guy because we heard the scream, right? We heard someone screaming after Leon kicked in a very badass manner this guy. So I think the peeing guy is still alive. Actually, Mario. Yeah, I remember his name. Oh, yeah. The 4 looks great. Yeah, I agree. This is a good asset to let players zoom in on. You know. This is like that the intestines too, like they're modeled out in a very good like detail level. You can actually like distinct like different pieces of intestines, and I kind of like that it's a bit ambiguous what kind of animal it is, right? Is it? I don't know. Is it? Can it be a rabbit? Do rabbits have like a long sort of limbs like that? Looks like a cat to me. More like a cat, I think. Rabbit, yeah? Yeah, maybe a rabbit. But you know, if it's a cat, then it's, ooh, the horror. What a scary villagers eating cats. Wait a second. I thought for a second that the lighting changes, you know, when you zoom in. But Actually, no, I think the lighting changes. Do you see like these spots right? The with the legs, the fur on the legs, it gets darker, right? I think they changed the lighting a little bit when you zoom in on this asset. Yeah, you can. That's really, yeah. This is like such a little details is kind of as you can expect. Like for such a thing, right? How many players will skip this? How many players, right? Because you need to kind of get very close to, right? No, well, relatively close to see that this is actually interactable. Then all this work, all this beautiful fur, all these intestines, like the person who modeled this corpse was having a great time, I'm sure. And then someone also like scripted this additional like a change of lighting, right? Oh my god. Oh, the disgusting. All this AAA stuff in my face. It's a cut. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's all. It also makes sense. That's why it's not a smooth transition. Okay. Anyway, I assume we. What's this? That's a really nice. It's like a piece of like a jaw, right? Of animal jaw, I think. I think it's like a teeth or something. A bunch of like bear traps. Oh man, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with every AAA game these days, right? You see there's a beautiful environment that a lot of people put a lot of work into. But the player will just like stay here like for 5 seconds and they move on. Kind of interesting that there is the hole to the room that we entered earlier. I wonder if we could. I didn't even notice it. Could we like see this guy through the hole? Yeah, I got the key for the other door. So that's basically, I guess, another tutorial bit, right? The first thing they do is they introduce the gate to you that is locked. Yeah, they did a good job, right, to stress this one out. Like, and of course, I mean, the ultimate thing that actually lets, like, it's like, yeah, it's very, like, it would be very hard for a player to miss this one, right? To miss this interaction hint. So they introduce the gate. They show you that, like, okay, buddy, for some doors you need a key to open them, and then you get to this beautiful room with a beautiful cutscene, and you get the key. So it's another tutorial bit. Also, that's a beautiful key. Another thing that I like that Resident Evil games do, and I think this is also like just the basically feature from starting like from the first games, is that they show how like keys, they show like animations of keys getting into the lock hole, or like into the lock basically, right? And like you see the rotation, you see like they get a nice sound of door opening. I like it a lot. I like this element that is purely just aesthetics, right? Oh, but this in the new games. I imagine maybe in the first one there was like some sort of loading, sort of hiding sort of stuff, I don't know, related. It just feels good, I think. How do you feel about needing to select the key rather than just auto using the key? Well, there were like a bunch of different slots, right? So I assume later in the game we'll get to the state when you have like a different keys, and you need to sort of select a particular one for the door, right? This is probably what they're doing. This is how it looked to me. So, I mean, I can't imagine a situation if, let's say, the game doesn't actually pause in that like a lock, like key selection screen. You can imagine like how it adds to the tension, right? Let's say you need to escape a room. There are like a bunch of zombies present, and you have a bunch of keys, and you're like trying to open the door, but you don't really remember which key opens the door. So like you have this like a little moment of like very anxious, you know, attempt to like click on every key, right, in hopes that this is like the correct one to open the door. But actually, I don't know the game. I feel like the game is paused when you select the key. So, otherwise, it seems like a waste of playtimes. Yeah, I can like imagine, I guess, like one justification that comes to my mind that I just described. But yeah, I guess we'll see later how this plays out. Oh, this is okay. I like for a second I was like, holy shit, that's dark. Darkness in my AAA game, but no, it's just like a segment. I can't even call this a tutorial. I mean, I guess it's a tutorial in the sense that it teaches you that Leon will automatically like turn on the flashlight, right, in dark environments. So you shouldn't like shy away from exploring dark, you know, spaces or something. Oh, that's nice. Honestly, it's a little bit disappointing, man. It's just like for a second I was just thrilled, you know. I was thrilled to see this just like a void. Right, that's just a void. There's nothing. You can't see shit. And like, holy moly, are you letting me to go through this? And I'm like, damn, that's very exciting. But then the character turns on the flashlight, and there's like, that's a perfectly lit environment. Like I see everything, right? There's not even like this flashlight. It illuminates everything. It leaves no spot, you know, for darkness. That's a little bit too strong of a flashlight, maybe. Wow, what's this? What kind of animal is supposed? Okay. Can I read this? No, I can't. Oh, the rat! Holy shit! The rat is fat too. Like, what? What is it? Fuck, I missed it. Did you see how big it was? Man, like animals in this game, they're just like they all like just extra sick. Which is also, I guess, oh man, I wonder if I shot that rat, I would get like some sort of item. What animal is this? Is it like a cow that just is beheaded? Or like, no, that's not a cow. Or maybe it, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Maybe like a horse? I feel like they shaped it to look like a human from distance. Yeah, there's definitely like ambiguity to it. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, it's definitely kind of hard to be sure what exactly this thing is. I also kind of like how someone decided to paint, you know, a bunch of sentences. It looks like in blood, you know. It feels like a meme at this point, right? It's just in 2023. That feels like a joke. It feels like some, I don't know, environment artist or like a level designer decided like, yeah, just can you like put a bunch of words in this piece of clothing that just there's this is Empire, right? This is like Empire Distra Rios something. It's like a police radio I'm hearing. Okay, that looks like another. Man, I think I can see past this point. Yeah, it looks like another gate, basically, right? That transitions you into a cutscene that we saw earlier with a weird, inconsistent door, right? That what it looks to me, especially considering how it conceals the room. Very, very, very well telegraphed. So I'm not really. I wonder how, like, most players would react to that. I guess, like, if you're an experienced player, you would know what's coming. I'm sorry, Mario.
I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
Escape from the Hunter's Lodge. Oh, we got a hint for readying weapon and how to shoot. I wonder what's coming next. Nice, thank you. Anything else of interest? Okay, this is...
What was that?
Oh my god, the guy's back! Wow, this one... I can't stand this one, weirdly. Okay. Also, the closing was a little bit awkward.
This just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, this is the guy that Leon just destroyed in the cutscene before, right? So that's kind of cool. I like it. I like how they reintroduced this guy. And now there's like, it's very explicit, right? We see that this is not a normal human being, right? Like before, maybe that was just a weird, grumpy, psychotic villager. But now we see, yeah, this one with a broken neck. That's especially considering how many shots he took. Yeah, something fishy is going on. So I definitely like it. I definitely will say I prefer this, like first combat encounter to the original one. So another thing that I kind of curious if they tweaked. Leon is a zombie expert already. I mean, he is he's in the second game, right? In the the incident in Raccoon City. He's like the protagonist, right, in that one. So he's he was like a rookie guy, right? It was like his first day as a police guy. But yeah, he went through some shit. So, and also he got through some, we saw in the intro, right? Like some very hard training. And I guess sort of justifies to how good he is. So one thing that I tried to do unsuccessfully, I tried to shoot this guy in the leg, which is like a very sort of common way to fight enemies in original one and in this one too, as far as I've seen, is that you can there's like a limb, like your enemies react differently depending on what part of their body you shoot, right? And so like one of the common ways to deal with zombies, right, is to shoot them in the leg. That's like stuns them, and then you can run toward them and make like a very cool kick move, right? that throws the enemy in the distance and lets them like finish them in a more like a safer environment, and it's also a bit of like a crowd control tool. This is what I want to try to do. But you saw that that guy, like after several times me shooting into his leg, he didn't give a shit. So I feel like they override this particular enemy and make him like make sure that he will be able like to grab you at least once. I feel like they wanted to introduce like the grabbing mechanic to that, to make player know that if the enemy comes close, they will grab you and there will be like a QTE sequence. I try to actually. I think you still can avoid it, right? Especially like if you're an experienced player, but that's probably what is happening here. It almost felt like they wanted to show you the zombie grab mechanic, like he wouldn't die. Yeah. Actually, this is true. Oh, I wonder if he's actually like immortal, basically, until he grabs you. Or maybe he has like a lot of health, right? Maybe he's like he takes a lot of bullets. To make sure. Man, we're on the same wavelengths. Yep. Okay, I hear some man screaming in the distance, so kinda nice warning of upcoming battle, I guess. Okay, so we saw an enemy like move past us. So in this particular corridor scene, this is where like I got when I like started the game first time. In that corridor, I saw that the intention might be that there is like a very like rudimentary stealth present in this game, I think, right? That if you get into crouch, you can like finish enemies or like deal like a heavy blow from behind if they didn't notice you. And so I wonder if that was like the intention, like to incentivize player to see like, okay, there's an enemy present in the room, and maybe I should start crouching and be more careful. Did they? Okay, that was. Yeah, he looked right at me. Yeah, this guy's suspecting something. Are you about to move, buddy? Oh, it's kind of funny. You can see that the second guy looks through the hole. It looks like, right? That shows like the kitchen. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's happening here. Like, I thought that they wanted to. The idea was like to incentivize like a stealth playthrough for this particular segment, but doesn't look like it's the case, really. Or can I actually wait a second? Can I just avoid this room at all? Of course, it's locked, and it's kind of interesting that again we have like a different behavior. This door is locked, but it doesn't show me the lock menu, right? Where I can actually see that I need like to use some sort of key to open it. So that's like another like different door behavior, which I assume is connected to these guys in that room. So I guess I have to fight. How do I use knife? Did I like miss the tutorial hint? And I kinda... Alright, whatever. Let's... No! Yeah. Didn't work this time too. Okay, he's just dead. Fuck! Ah, that would be cool if I could just shoot the axe in the while he was throwing. Okay, that was brutal. Okay, yeah, now finally that works. I think I killed him. Okay, now game shows me how to use knife. That's a little bit late, buddy. That's a little bit, I don't really need to know this. Okay, yeah, now we have how to restore health. You can use restoring herbs, the first aid. You can combine the herbs. Red herbs increase the amount of health recovered. Okay. Actually, that's kind of interesting how maybe you would expect them to show you the inventory. Or like the health spray hint to pop up when we got beat by the first guy, right? That would be like a good moment to show this particular tutorial, but no, they decided to do it later. Yeah, that was messy, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't shoot the axe when the guys threw it, because in the original you can do it. You can actually like shoot the axe or like whatever projectile the enemy is throwing in like a mid-air, which is super cool. And I assume you can do it in this game too. I'm just bad. Way you survive the X hit? Yeah, actually, that kind of looked to me that that looked like a game over animation, you know, like in like Dead Space or like the new one, the Callisto Protocol, where you have like the brutal death animations. But no, I guess it's just like another sort of. Well, actually, I think the remakes of the second and third game, they also have this, and the Village one too. I don't know if the seventh game has it. They have like a very, if the enemy gets to you, they have a sort of a heavy attack that has like a very specific animation for the heavy attack. Like the enemy gets close to you, and like makes like a brutal attack, but you're still alive. So I guess this is like one of those things. But yeah, for a second I thought that I am just dead. The X hit looked fatal. Yeah, I guess this is what the Resident Evil games do. They try to sell those hits, and I mean I think that works. Anyone could kick. Oh, you mean this door? Yeah, it definitely looks like that. Leon, especially, we saw his physical prowess earlier, right? You see, he could kick this one out. But it's so funny, right? It's so funny how they're like, we have like one small environment, one small space, and we see like different door behaviors, right? That are not really like consistent. Like in terms of when the interaction hint pops up, in terms of like whether the door opens up automatically or not, whether the door is locked and there's like a lock screen or there's no lock screen. you can see how it's just like, I guess like another evidence of that, you know, doors are very hard to handle in video games. Anyway, okay, so I was right actually. I was thinking, wait a second, what? That was the door. Remember when I was passing through this wall earlier? I was like, wait a second, was it the door? That was actually. It was. I guess maybe you can say. Actually, this is interesting. It's like a gate. It's like a real gate or something. You can see like this chains. There's like a big fat lock. Huh? Why would you have that in this particular spot? Oh, it feels like a bit of an overkill. Monster closet door. Yeah, that's kind of like, I guess that's a good way to describe it. But yeah, we have I guess another sort of classy way to handle progression, right? when we got back to this corridor, we saw a bunch of enemies opening like a passage to us. So I guess actually I thought initially that we could walk past these guys, and it looks like actually that was I could walk past them. I just needed to go this way and not that way. Right? I didn't realize that this is like open pass. Okay, I'm out of ammo, and that makes me a little bit scared. I wonder if there's like a dynamic like item spawn in this game. You know, that depending on what state player is, like whether they're like lacking ammo or they're like lacking like a health items, the game like gives them like the item that they need. Because similar to like how like Half-Life 2, right, handles it. Or like the recent Half-Life Alyx, I think it has a similar mechanics system. I don't know if the original has it. I don't remember. Okay, another cutscene door. I guess we can just call them cutscene doors. Man, this guy is just so handsome. He's even more handsome than compared to the remake of the second game.
Bruce.
And his clothes.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Baby Eagle.
Our intel was rep set.
That's a nice
Well done.
nickname.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up. Something's happened to people here. My escorts are.
Oh no, I have no ammo.
Gotta go. Talk later.
They really love axes, man. Oh no, the second guy had the knife. Now come jump down here, huh? Oh, that guy looked really creepy. I liked him. Was this such a good signal compared to the police radio? Yeah, I completely skipped it. I didn't even like pay attention to it. All right, and now I guess we finished the house segment. Okay, that was elegant exit. I kind of dislike how they handled the entrance door. They just like close it for whatever reason. Like the thing is, but I guess you could for the sake of consistency show the lock screen, right? But it also would create a false impression in players' mind that they would be able to open this door later, right? So yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Kill their 3 members of their family. They're the bad guys. I mean, they killed the policeman first, right? They killed the Mario guy, and the one that was cooking something very, very interesting. He attacked me first, so I don't know. I feel like I was justified, at least in this segment. All right, what do we have? Oh man, I love this bridge. The chains. God, this is such a sexy bridge. Man, like it's all about the chains. It's all because of the chains. I mean, the blood trail also kind of helps, but man, God, these chains are so cool. Honestly, I kind of feel like I'm playing The Village, you know, the Resident Evil 8 a little bit, but that is which kind of makes sense, right? Since the 8's one was basically tried to sort of replicate and evoke sort of the Resident Evil 4, right? Sort of aesthetics, like mood, encounter sensibilities, and then now the remake of Resident Evil 4 sort of has like a similar vibes to the 8th one, right? So that's like a interesting comeback if you think about it. What is your motivation now? I guess we're just trying to get to the president order, the baby eagle. Also, we didn't see the game didn't show the objective, right? Like in the middle upper part of the screen. I think. Or maybe I was blind and I didn't notice it. Mario PP is dead. Yeah, I think the car smoker is also dead because when we found the radio, right? I think that was the moment when we like heard like screaming or something. In the original, I think they handled it a little bit better. Oh well, I don't know if you could call it better, but there is like I remember cutscene where it was like a truck running like into the guy who was like sitting in the car, in the jeep, the police jeep, crashing into it. So they decided to cut this part out, which I kind of understand. Man, oh my god, I thought it was a dog for a second. Are those ravens? Are they like zombies too? I don't know the lore. Are they also like mutants? And this is the reason why they're dropping coins. Or something like they're just eating coins, they're eating everything, and you kill them, and you're just like, oh, a bunch of money. I mean, also, I guess it also kind of makes sense why they have money, right? Because, you know, they like the crows, ravens, they like shiny things. So now that I think about it, it sort of makes sense. It's still very goofy, it's still very arcadey, but it's kind of, there's like some logic behind it. I know the dogs can be zombies. I mean, in Resident Evil, there are dogs that are zombies, right? That are kind of like, if there are like very iconic dogs enemies, I guess you can say they're like, it would be Dark Souls dogs, it would be Resident Evil dogs, and then maybe, I don't know, Silent Hill. Actually, I don't know, how many dogs are like in... I remember in the first game, right? In the first Silent Hill, there are dogs. There's like a very iconic meme when like the character stands near the dog house and says like, oh, there are no dogs around, and you can see like this mutant monster dog jumping on him. At the same time, man, it's so... I wish I could shoot it. I feel like this is what it is. I feel like this is like the moment like where they introduce like, oh buddy, look at this fat, juicy... Oh my god, oh, maybe that's not the good word to describe it, but it's a good moment to shoot the raven, right? I guess it's like where they incentivize to shoot it and get an item. And teach player that, yeah, you can shoot animals in our game. Yeah, that's not very ethical, but you know, what can you do? But I have no ammo, so I'm just going to fucking... No. Didn't work out. Wolfenstein 3D has dogs. I don't remember them at all. Is it the one, the 3D one is where you have like, you start in a castle and there are like zombies in certain points, like they're like some sort of underground Egyptian or something esque zombies that Nazis like were fighting. So is it the one? And you fight like an undead king or something in the end? Am I thinking about the right Wolfenstein? Or are you talking about like the very first one? I don't... Is it the first one, Wolfenstein 3D? My memory with the names is so bad. Very first one had dogs on it? Ah yeah, I don't remember that at all. Oh, you mean like the very first 3D one? So wait, so am I talking about the correct Wolfenstein? The one with the zombies? Oh, that one was later. Everyone complained because they didn't want to shoot it. Wait, I thought they were like cute or something? The dogs? No zombies, only Nazis? Ah, okay. Then I'm thinking about the wrong one. I guess I played the... Like, that was like my first Wolfenstein game. I guess that was the later one. Okay, we are approaching a very controversial thing. I don't know if you saw that discourse on Twitter. Like one of the like big like FPS sort of games appreciation accounts complained about how like very on the nose this you know, like way technique of like highlighting interactable, like in this case like a destructible objects, right? And I was like, it's stirred like so many, like it gained like so many reactions. Which is honestly I mean, it looks goofy, right? And it looks like, why would you do it? If you like try to think about it from the sort of suspension of disbelief perspective, from the sort of fiction of the world perspective, like why anyone would fucking do this, right? Why would you like paint this cross over the barrel? It just kind of doesn't make sense much, right? So for me, in the end of the day, like you need some sort of visual language, right? You need some sort of way to telegraph to the player that, hey buddy, if you see this particular like visual element, it means that, you know, you can interact with an object, or like you can do something else. So you need to have this element present in your game, at least like in most games. And it's, for me, it just comes down to how it's about execution, basically, right? In the original game, I would say, because I think in the original one it had like basically the same, right? Like yellow, like very visible, a bit obnoxious, like yellow stripes, like yellow painting. It's just actually, now that I think about it, considering this is like a basically like very universal, like a modern way to highlight, right, significant elements in the environment. Is Resident Evil 4 the first game that did this, like in this particular way, like it was like that used yellow color? I wonder if like it's actually like one of the first ones. Oh wait, what's the image? Oh wait a second, no, that's, yeah, okay, that's like one of the first ones. Yeah, I don't remember dogs at all in this one at all. Yeah, but anyway, back to the stuff. So yeah, like in the original game, I think it's totally fine. It's like the game is just, the original Resident Evil 4 just doesn't really doesn't really try to hide the fact that it's a game, right? It doesn't really try to go into this immersive sort of experience. It's in many parts, like in many ways, it actually embraced, right? It's gaminess, it's arcadeness. So in that game, I think it's totally fine. In the remake, that, as we can see, right, as we saw already, it's a game that tries to go for a more sort of immersive, I would say, approach. That tries to be less like a parent, right? Less on the nose about it. Actually, yeah, I'm just a video game buddy. And tries to be kind of like more, I guess, like modern, sort of more modern, more immersive game sort of approach. That's, I think it's a little bit too on the nose, a little bit obnoxious for me. I guess you can do it in a more subtle way, and you know. And then here's another thing about this whole like visual sort of language support. You put this and use, but like the thing that actually helps me, the thing that actually tells me that helps me read the environment, is the interaction hint. It's the UI, right? Like you can remove the yellow stripes, the yellow painting, and I can still see clearly, perfectly clearly that, yeah, I see you, buddy. Also, it's funny that in the when I zoom in, into the UI hint disappears. Which I guess kind of makes sense. That, I guess you don't really want to see this like clutter sort of when you try to shoot, like focus on the shooting. So yeah, it's just, considering that the game is very explicit with its UI hints, you could definitely go for more subtle like, visual highlights, right? Since like, it feels redundant in this particular case. How can the icon not be enough to tell the player that it's... Yeah, exactly, right? It's just... It's kind of funny, right? How it's like in many ways, like when you think about like, oh yeah, all those different level design techniques, all those like subtle methods of making, you know, the environment more readable, right? For the player, like attracting attention to specific like elements. You just have put an UI hint. Just make like a barrel that can be destroyed to have this like UI hint above it, so the player won't miss it, just won't be able to miss it. And then in this case, that's enough. You already have the system, and it's kind of funny, right? It's kind of funny because you can argue that this UI is less obnoxious than the yellow painting, right? It's just, especially because the coloring, right? It's the icon is very like, it's not like yellow, it's not blue, it's not like it's white, right? And it's like they designed the icon, like it's not very like again obnoxious on the nose, right? It's just, yeah, it's, you can see it. It doesn't clutter the screen too much. It doesn't like sort of contradict or like the sort of overall aesthetics of the game. But the yellow painting, yeah, compared to the UIs, yeah, that's, you could tone it down. So yeah, the funny thing about that you know Twitter thread that started the whole Discord stuff, I think the screenshot that the guy posted was from the original. So like it's kind of funny that if he posted it from the remake, I'd be like, yeah, I can see how it made you, how it just like annoyed you, you know, as a player. But no, he posted the screenshot from the original. Oh, you got a handgun ammo. Nice. I thought the Leon would like use a knife, but actually he just kicked the barrel. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we know that we can destroy barrels. Good. I guess like one thing that is a little bit annoying about automatic doors is how, because sometimes I kind of, well, I guess that's at least how I behave. Like different people do it in a different way. But when I approach the door, and I see the hint, I'm pressing button. I'm just like, it's for me like intuitive, like sort of, I guess a reflex, maybe you can say, like a gamer reflex is just see a hint, press a button, right? And in this case, for players like me, these doors, they kind of fuck us a little bit, right? Because actually, no, I'm just pressing buttons in vain, right? Because I'm not doing anything. So that's a little bit annoying. Okay, we got the save, the checkpoint. Oh god damn it, Leon. Saving in item. Oh, it's also item storage. Got it. You can save your progress. You can also swap out of. All right, got it. I guess you can say that the typewriter is kind of like a bonfire, right? From in Souls games, but for Resident Evil games, I think the 8th game also had like typewriters, right? I think. Wait. Oh my god! I don't know if I can trust my memory. I think in the 8th game we also had typewriters as checkpoints, and. Not in every game, but in other games, I think I also remember typewriters used in this way. You know what? I prefer using knife to destroy barrels. I wasn't paying attention. Do you need ink to save? No, it's for free. Yeah, it's basically like a normal checkpoint where you can save the game and also storage your items. I can also customize my case. Oh god, golden. So yeah. No, let's go for the classic silver one. Also, I think this is like actually they combine these two, right? Because in the previous games, they have like the storage and save checkpoints are like separated. Basically, they're done as a different objects, different entities that you need to interact separately. Which is, I guess, a welcome change to just combine these two elements in one. Oh, you can see how the lighting changed quite dramatically, actually. It's like a morning now, but I didn't even notice it. I guess the transition it happened when I was like saving, when I was using the typewriter. But it's it's a little bit bizarre actually. Like it was very dark, right, earlier, but now it's just like, what? How many? It's like several hours past like a minute or something. Yeah, that's a bit confusing. Yeah, I think they would always have the boss option. Yeah, that's also like, that's another good point, that you always have those like kind of like together, stuck together, so I guess makes sense, just combine them. Poor doggo. Man, I don't want to shoot them. They're kind of like just like cool fat ravens. God damn it, the game's mechanics force me to engage in animal cruelty. Ruby, got it. Oh, we got a little bit of environmental storytelling. Like actually it looks like a wolf to me, right? It's more like a wolf. And you can see a bunch of like worms too. Good stuff. So I guess it was stuck. And then it died. And then like the ravens came in. You were tapping up and you died physically. I mean a lot of stuff happened, right? A lot of events transpired. So I can kind of see. Oh, the game reminds me of the crouch thing. I guess in the playtests, some people, like a lot of players, would just forget about crouching, and they'll be like, "Oh, wait a second, why I can't go through this?" Yeah, I feel like this is like an example. Probably like after like a bunch of playtests, they decided like, yeah, we probably need to remind players about crouching. Also, this particular like a fallen tree is just very annoying, because it kind of like, it looks like I can barely, especially from the distance, right? It kind of looks like I can go through this. It's like, it's not like low enough, but actually no. That's the Leon is going to bump his gorgeous face into it if I decide just to run. How do you feel about having the character auto crouch when they try to walk into martial art? I don't know. I the initial feeling that I would like to have like a control for this case. To have control with the character, even if it can result like in this like awkward, unpleasant bumping, right? I'm so sad that actually he doesn't react to it, right? Like earlier when he was touching the wall. So yeah, I feel like compared to the doors, your character behavior is something that I would like to have like a problem, like a manual control, right? I wouldn't want my character it's like behaving on its own, especially if it can create a bit of a confusion, right? And like in this case, if Leon would like crouch automatically, it can be also something that I wouldn't really want to do necessarily, right? I wouldn't really maybe like, okay, I don't necessarily want to do this. I'm just standing near this branch, but the game is like, oh, you are in a close distance now, so I'm not gonna crouch for you. So yeah, probably for character, even if it can like lead to at least awkward moments, I would let the player have control. Okay, anyway, so we have like I have like a destroyed house that I can explore, and I assume this is like an optional area. Yeah, looks like it. A bunch of ammo, very, very handy, very convenient. Oh, and I don't need to backtrack. I can just go this way. Even so, it's a little bit like the alternative exit. It's a bit obscure, right? By this like a piece of like overgrown tree. You can see the hole, but I guess it's okay. It's not that hidden. And even if you have to backtrack, it's not the big deal. The distance is not that big. Yeah, now it kind of looks more like the original game, right? In terms of lighting. Oh, I kind of like how you can hear someone like groaning or something in the distance, but it's not really visible, at least from this point. Who is it? And the game, we saw that a bunch of examples of that, like use of sounds, right, to warn the player, right, and build tension too, I guess, right? We saw like in the house, there were like several encounters that were kind of like they had like the sound warning when we could hear like someone like groaning or screaming or talking something like this. Is that the car you were in the start? How long are we having the diary? I mean, a long time passed. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that doesn't look like the Jeep that we came in, but... Pesetas! Is that like the Spanish like currency? Oh, that guy! It's so funny how that guy was hiding behind that. Wait, where this one came from? Oh my god! I just parried him accidentally. I didn't even want to do it. Okay, so yeah, this game has like a parry. I'm gonna ignore that guy. Oh my god, he's still alive. Holy shit. Oh, you can see his neck is broken. Ah, fuck. Man, that was kind of sad that I got grabbed by this guy. Yeah, it was so kind of it was a little bit goofy how this guy was hiding behind the tree, right? He was waiting for us. But the second one, where the it looked like he was laying on the ground or something. And I just didn't spot him. What counter are in? I think it's like a some rural area in Spain. I don't think they are like say like the specific location, but considering that like everyone is speaking Spanish somewhere in Spain, looks like. Man, I really like how like that guy, right? Especially how he got really fucked up after like I don't really know what caused all those, like his broken neck and all those like bloody holes. Maybe when I like tried to stab him with knife. Yeah, it looks like the knife is leaving this like bloody scorch. Man, this is gruesome. I love this. So that was good. That was like a nice depiction of like again, sort of nice way to convey like these guys, like they're not normal. They're not normal humans. I just stabbed this guy like 10 times and his neck is broken. Also, you saw that like the way this guy's neck was broken was the same as, you know, the first guy, right? So like it's like the same like broken neck sort of state. Okay. I'm kind of sad how like my attempts to use this like shooting in the leg and then like use the kick, it doesn't really work out well. I really think you might be the bad guy. I mean, it's sort of, yeah, it's kind of, it has this a bit of a like weird, like a white guy comes in like in like in some village and just starts killing everyone sort of situation, right? It's just like an American comes in and just starts shooting everyone. Yeah, I mean, it's ambivalent. Let's put it this way. And I'm really digging Leon's outfit, like especially now how you can see like the lighting on this. I don't know how you call this. Like, is it like a coat? Like the fur. I really like the fur part, right? Oh god, it just feels good to look at. It feels very cozy. Fuck! Oh my god, of course there are traps.
Damn it.
I'm kind of surprised that the game didn't give me like any QTE sort of event. Well, like Leon just came out. Okay, I need to be careful. I need to actually pay attention to environment. The game is. Oof, oh my god, buddy. What are you trying to hit me through the wall? Okay, that was a little jump scare, I guess you can say. Flash grenade. Okay, setting weapon shortcuts. You can say, okay, yeah, that's basically like the Resident Evil 4 in terms of like UI design, right? It's basically like very in line with like modern Resident Evil games, like remakes, the 8th one. The game. Okay, I was like for a second I didn't know what kind of icon it is, like what the game is showing me. Oh, it was like a middle mouse button with like a finger like scrolling it. Well, that was confusing for a second. These guys have handgun ammo, but no damn guns. Yeah, that's like one thing. That like this rural, like forgotten rural Spanish village has like ammo for the pistol for American pistol, you know, that Leon has. I mean, I don't know how common this like particular ammo is. I don't know, like SG-09, a custom handgun made for Leon while keeping the basic then MIP's perspective. Yeah, I don't know. It's like again like a unique weapon, like a fictional weapons for like set in the Resident Evil universe. Yeah, it's definitely a bit weird how they have ammo for my gun. And none of them have guns too. Actually, I don't think any of them will have guns, right? I don't think in the original villagers had actual like guns. Oh, look at this. Oh. Kind of weird how those heads like they're wrapped in clothes, right? Also, you can see it's the same asset, the same model. Should have rotated a little bit more, you know, just a little bit more. Oh, that was good. That was nice. That was a nice little event, you can say. Okay, now we're getting like to another iconic, I guess, encounter in the original that is like present in the original, like the town where the villagers are present. I like how the game like shows you like the binacle. Oh wait, binnacle. Wait a second. How do you call those things to look in the distance in English? Binocle? Wait. Oh my god. I don't remember the word. Am I? But anyway, yeah, it's you can see like they even like show a specific like icon of an object, right, to give like a better understanding what action you're going to do. Binoculars. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, because it's binocular. It's binocular in Russian. So I was like, I guess I was kind of like and because it's like a similar in English, right? It's binoculars, binocle. So it's my memory got messed up a little bit. So the funny thing is, the game gives me this like opportunity, right? And the original, this is where the cutscene starts. What if I ignore this? Can I just like come in? Yeah, I think I just came. All right, okay, all right. Oh, are you? Oh my god! I just skipped it. Oh my god! Did I just skip cutscene? Really? Is this what happened? Oh, chickens? Yeah, there are a lot of chickens. And of course, I think in the original, chickens also drop items when you should. Okay, I'm not sure what happened here. I wonder if this was this like hint, like interaction hint, also triggers a cutscene. But if you just walk past it, it just skip the cutscene. Anyway, time for crouch. I guess I'll take that brown chicken egg. Sure. Okay. Yeah, these guys are a bit blind. Oh, look at him. Look at him doing something. Oh, this is Officer, by the way. I think this is like the guy that was with us in the car. It's also interesting how when I aim at the guy, the Leon like takes away, like stops aiming. I guess like out of respect, maybe. God damn it, Leon, you're such a good guy. You don't want to aim at corpses of your colleagues. I can respect that. Like this is like a character. Yeah, I consider like another route that is. Yeah, holy shit! Like their vision is like, the vision detection is very bad. So what do we have here? Like, the game clearly kind of discourages us from like direct confrontation, and I can kind of see like there are two different ways to go right around there is like one way that is also has like a breadcrumb kind of attracting our attention toward it, like an item. This one is a bit, I mean, they're both in the shadows. They're both like not that very like clear. But this one doesn't have any breadcrumbs at all. I want to kind of go this way. Because if this one feels more risky, right? Because of this grandma. So I feel like this is a safer option to go around. Oh, what's this? Huh? Oh, it's like an interaction that I can do when I have like an Ashley with me. Looks like. That's some spoiler right here. That's just like game spoilering through its UI hint that like, oh yeah, in the future you will be back into this area and you will have like a companion, and now you will be able to do this, like to get up here. Also, the yellow painting. There was a right back. Wait, what? Did I miss it? Oh, you are right. Wait a second. There's another item. Did this chicken spawn this egg? Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, that was kind of cool. Yeah, you're right. And it's relatively well highlighted. But I feel like, how do you look at this? No, it's hidden. It's outside of players like line of sight, right? At all. Especially considering when the player comes in, their attention will be focused like 100% on this scene. So this is like very sneaky. Let's go. Let's take this route. Actually, yeah, they lead to the same thing. Yeah. All right. Let's get this herb. Okay, yeah, this is just like a way to the square, so I wanna kind of avoid that. Oh, this is time for some stealth takedown. Now this is the moment I feel like the game just asks me to do that. Man, I just killed this poor woman. She looked normal. She looked actually maybe not really. She kind of has like weird red eyes, but you know, yeah, it's it definitely, especially like in the like when it's done in sort of this modern graphics, more like toned down art direction. It definitely is like it leaves a bad taste when, especially when Leon kills like a normal looking villager, you know, like a normal looking person. And it's just like, why did I do that? Am I the good guy? Velvet blue. I'm just getting like some random crafting elements. Okay, I feel like the game wants me to go further like behind. I wonder if there will be some sort of cutscene that will force me to engage into the in combat with all these people. Because in the original, this section is kind of like, it's a survival sequence, right? Where you have to like fight a horde of villagers, and then there's like a trigger that starts a cutscene where that saves you something. Okay, there's a guy. No, come on! Oh my God! Are you fucking kidding me? This is some bullshit. How this guy spotted me? What is this? What? What are you doing? Oh, wait, you got stuck? Okay, okay. I'm getting overrun. Back to this. Let's get to that checkpoint. Nice bottleneck. Oh, look, he pushed him like very. Yeah, I should have covered this. Well, I guess that works too. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm just... I've lost my... I guess I can use Fuck me. Alright, I kind of didn't think about the fact that they could go around me. Yeah, that was sort of brutal. Yeah, okay. The guy that spotted me, that's just bullshit, okay? He was hiding in the dark corner. He was kind of hard to spot him. And then like we kind of saw earlier how like these guys have like a terrible vision detection. And I was like far away from him. Yeah, I feel like the game is not very fair, you know. At least now no more people will be killed. Okay, what? Wait a second, why the guys... Ah, alright, I see now. Shit. RIP. It's kind of funny how this is like, it's sort of... It was a kind of like a semi cutscene, you know? Because I had like control over binoculars, or sort of. I could like look around. But at a certain point the game just like auto-focused me on the guy. On this particular scene. This is just their local custom. Yeah, like rural people, villagers, they just like... This is how they operate, I guess. When you don't have internet and phones, it's like the only way to get like entertained or something. But it's so funny, right? Because the previous time when I skipped it, I didn't even notice how they burned him, right? I guess I don't even remember his screams actually. Maybe I was like I was like so preoccupied with something else. I should respect their way of life. Well, I'll get the baby eagle, and I'll after that I'll move back to America. I wonder if I break this. Will they? Woman, you should. Are you deaf? At least I like how swift Leon is, you know, like you can feel his professionalism. He doesn't enjoy killing these people, you know? He does it because he must. Well, I don't know. At least this is how I feel. Okay, we have this guy here. Yeah, he's so sneaky, and he looks right at us. So I guess we have to use this door. No, it just looks like a room for exploration. Okay, I'm kind of curious. Where am I supposed to go now? Because if I go this way, I'll be spotted by him, right? Do I have to go this way? Oh,
Here we go.
I don't know why I decided to do this. I just let's make a what? I did not want this to happen. I thought those gates were decorative. Holy shit, those eyes are beautiful. That's a dead end.
Present for you.
Yeah, that's... I'm not sure if that was a waste. Leon, come on. My knife is broken. Man, this is intense. And I could pick up an item. Fuck! I completely forgot about this fucking bear trap. How stupid! Like, what this guy was thinking about? Of course, you're here too. Okay, but that guy was just like, he put a bear trap because, like, yeah, this guy will run past me and like get trapped like an idiot in the end. He killed an... Wait a second, I didn't even notice. Did he like kill... Did he like throw an axe? Or something? Man, I don't have a knife. Ah, fuck. I feel like I need to kill this guy. He's like a... He will like the trigger probably like the end. Next. Man, I am running out of ammo. Oh yeah, that's I cannot believe I just ran past these guys. What is... How did they let me just run past them? None of them just decided to... I remember you. I remember you, piece of shit. Yeah, this one is dead. That was kind of like cool environment destruction. You can see this is like very scary, right? It's like very tense. There are a lot of them, but actually they're kind of slow. It's very easy to kind of just like run past these guys. Thanks for the money, by the way. It's kind of like easy even like in narrow quarters to just like run past them. Holy shit, buddy. Why did I do that? Why did I... Oh my, for some reason, I always think that I can use a knife, but I don't have a knife anymore. So dumb. Okay, alright. It's, as far as I understand, it actually has like a durability mechanic. So it basically after like several times of use, it just breaks. Like you can see on the right, fuck, you can't see it actually. If you, give me a second. If you see at the bottom right corner where the weapon is, you can see like a knife icon and like a white line behind it, which is like I think it's like a durability progress bar. And you can see it's very low, so it's like I can use it like only once or something. Anyway, back to the corner where I belong. Anyway, so that didn't work out well. So I don't know, let's try to go the right pass. Why did you spot me now? Okay, now I know there's the objective. And the objective is fight them off. Got it. I'm so happy this is just like a decorative gate. Yep, you can see now, right? Well, actually, you can't see because my avatar obscures it. But when the knife breaks, it's actually like the icon changes like for a second, and you can like hear the like. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurt. Oh. Also, I need to heal. I kinda... No, that's not what I do. That was a good dodge. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of... I'm not really sure when it's going to end, like what's the condition. Is it just like me killing a certain number of those guys? Oh, okay. Now I can see it. I can see it. So... the guy with the chainsaw will come after like a certain amount of time, right? Oh, I don't have a knife! God damn it! Why am I trying to parry them? It's a bit of a gamble if I can like run past these guys. I think he has ammo actually. I can't go this way now anymore. It's not really like difficult. I mean, it's kind of difficult, but the difficulty comes from the fact that there are a lot of them, and my ammo is very limited. Please give me something. No, that's not it. Is it ammo? No, that's red fucking herb. Oh my... What was... Okay, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't slice me in half. I'm a little bit disappointing actually. Okay, that was new. The burned cow, I think that was. Okay, all right. Okay, I will assume at this point that I need to kill the chainsaw guy. That's like probably the trigger. And then I also, like, the fastest way to trigger him is just to run to those gates. He didn't put the bear trap this time, because I guess I aggroed him. Yeah, and now the cutscene is triggered immediately. Ow! Yeah, I need to use a knife, I think, for this one.
Come on.
Man, how many of them are like... There are like at least dozens of them, maybe even more. Oh, he's like, you can see he's like actually killing the guys behind. I keep... Oh, what a... Yeah, you can actually see it. You can see that the knife is broken.
Here you go.
Yeah, that like the fact that he also like has the voice lines. I guess depending on like how many times I shoot him. No, of course! Oh my god, I'm getting killers! I'm getting killers! I keep forgetting that these guys can fast get behind me. Ah, this is bad. This is very bad. No, 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 no. Are you serious? What? Is it the end of the sequence?
You're shitting me.
Okay, he's dead. This guy's dead. Emerald? Okay, and the sequence is not over. Yeah, alright. Maybe... Actually, wait a second. Maybe I should try to get to the... Yeah, you can see the gates, like, or like the door is highlighted, sort of. Maybe I should try to reach this door? Oh, wait a second. I need to find a key for this? Okay, that's... Okay, that was scary. Okay, so it looks like I need to find the key. Oh, hungry. Nice. Now I kinda... Resources. Oh my god, these guys are just chilling here. Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
La campana.
Okay, so this is the end.
Hay que defenderla.
Los invoca.
Oh my god, the cutscenes are like they're lagging on the stream or something, it looks like. That's weird. Well, you got the prompt about changing the difficulty? Really? I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice it. I wonder if they use Pac-Man pathfinding to send zombies around behind you. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I wonder how they like spawn enemies. If you just like stay in one place. That's a cool cutscene, I like it. And the original was basically like the same, right? With the church bell started ringing suddenly, and everyone just like ignores you. Here I think they did it better
Where's
because
everyone going? Bingo?
bingo. And that's a better shot, I think. It's a better shot compared to like to the original intro, not the original cutscene. when they kind of do like a zoom out top down view. Yeah, the reason why I like it better because you can actually like everyone starts. The cutscene doesn't start immediately. You can actually see how every enemy starts like kind of like starts looking into in the direction of the church, right? And you kind of like you can actually like start attacking you. You can keep attacking them. So there's like a smoother transition between a cutscene and gameplay that I definitely like more. In Pac-Man, the pink ghost takes the second turn. Yeah, I remember that like each ghost has like a different pattern of movement. So yeah, that would be interesting to get like some sort of like GDC, presentation about this one, like this particular sequence.
Routes to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
Windmill. Copy that.
And be careful. Roost out.
There's like such a weird like UI design. How there's just like a screen, like a webcam screen appears in the middle. Okay, now we have access to the map. Yeah, you can see how pretty linear this game. Pretty linear this game is. Well, it's a tutorial, of course, but as far as I know, like the game overall structured in a similar way. Yeah, okay, about this one. That was I guess it's like one of those moments that I kind of like feel bad about the fact that I chose a standard difficulty. It was definitely a bit scuffed, but yeah, that's definitely, it feels like very unconventional, right? Encounter design, especially like compared to the like modern AAA encounter approaches, right? Like this very, first of all, you just like you get the objective, like very vague objective to fight them off, but that's basically it. You just have like a big open like interconnected space, and there are a lot of enemies just like running after you, right? And you're just kind of like, you're not really sure what exactly you need to do, like what like exact conditions for objective like completion. So like you're sort of like run around, especially like for the first time, right? Like just like run around in a very like hectic, chaotic manner, trying to like just to stay away alive. And then there are different events sort of happening, right, as the time goes on. Again, I don't know if it's like on timer, or it's like on, there are like conditions that you need to kill like several enemies. There's like one condition, right, that we kind of figured out for like chainsaw guy, that if you get to this gate, it will trigger automatically, like immediately, right? I found out about that in a very kind of unfortunate way. And then there is like the second condition is timer, it looks like, right? If you like, probably I think it's timer. If you like run around for a long time and you didn't get to that gate, the cutscene will trigger automatically, which is definitely like a less optimal, right? Less kind of preferred way, because it's kind of, you're running around, you're trying to survive. You're focused on the combat, right? You are in the flow, but then the cutscene immediately starts that shows like some random gates like in some corner of the map. That is definitely something that I don't really like. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you don't need, maybe it's like, I would prefer not to show the cutscene, just to trigger the guy like entering the map without cutscene. And so when he eventually reaches you, it'll be like a bit of a surprise, right? It'll be like, wait, what? There's like a chainsaw guy like among those villagers. So I think it would work, like the surprise element as an introduction sort of too, because like this guy is very distinct, right? His behavior is very distinct. So yeah, so we can kind of have like different phases. This has been like the first non-linear arena. Yeah. That's that. The contrast is also like very strong, right, compared to the previous encounters that we had. They're like very open, and like other encounters, they're like against like a few enemies, right? We were, for the most part, we felt like we are in control, right? We are the ones who like the cool agent who just like beats the shit out of locals, poor locals, just bullies them. But now it's kind of like the reverse, right? So the contrast is definitely kind of works quite well in this one. So we have like the first phase, I guess you can say, where we just like running, fighting locals. Then we have like a second phase when the chainsaw guy appears. And I think the trigger, we like, in order to progress the sequence, we need to kill the chainsaw guy. I feel like this is like the necessary condition to progress. This is my guess, because you saw we had like voice lines, right, of Leon like reacting to us like damaging the guy. What I really liked is how there are like different optional events scattered across the map, like the one here when the chainsaw guy just like destroyed the part like of this house and like the support columns, and that caused the collapse. That was cool. That was like, holy shit. That was like unexpected. Then there was like the burning like cow on fire event. I think this is it, right? This is the cow. That was like also came out of nowhere, and like and in this case we kind of like skipped it, I think. So yeah, there are a lot of like pieces of this sequence that it looks like they're like optional. They're not something that you will like discover necessarily, but when they happen, it's just like, wait, whoa! That's just, it's not just like you running like across like a static environment, right? That's definitely great. Yeah, overall, I think I liked it. One thing that caused confusion for me is this part, right? When like at certain point, after like running away from from enemies, I was just like, I wasn't really sure what exactly I need to do. And I saw like, oh, maybe I should like try to get to this building, right? You can see how it's like, it's highlighted, it stands out. Oh, cool skulls hanging. And when I approached the gate, or like the door, I got this like the lock screen that gave me a hint that, okay, I need to find a key. And so for a second I thought like, okay, actually my real objective is to find the key somewhere here, right? But that was like I feel like unintentional red herring in a way. So that was a bit like a weird moment of kind of like not bad confusion. But I feel like the average player wouldn't do this. I feel like the average player wouldn't even think about like going this way. They would be too preoccupied with with trying to survive. So that's probably not a big deal. But yeah, I also like how now it's after the encounter is over. It's just like this whole room is just it's just for us, you know. Like we can run around, we can explore it at our own pace. We can get to all the rooms. Like I really like this particular event when you enter the room and there are like a bunch of guys just sitting, chilling, not caring or what's happening outside. That is also great. And there are also like a bunch of hints, right, that we saw earlier about the fact that, yeah, we'll probably get back to this place, right? Like this particular piece. And we'll be back with Ashley. And like we'll get to some places that we can't get for now. Stealth for a bit, now peaceful. Full combat for now peaceful. Yeah, that was kind of like interesting. That was a bit of the whole stealth sequence was kind of a bit of a red herring too, right? Because it sort of creates an impression that I can avoid this combat, right? It kind of creates an impression that, oh, maybe I can just like sneak past all these guys. But actually, like, and there's like this nice like stealth sort of reinforcement of stealth by letting the player take down the poor lady who just minds her business. Oh, I have to. Yeah, and then we get to the dead end, basically, like a stealth dead end sort of, right? How there's like this guy, and I feel like he's just like they put him like very on purpose, like that. He's just like he's very sneaky, and he will spot you like very quickly. Yeah, that's kind of like interesting sort of subversion of like of expectations in a way. But yeah, anyway, that was it's been 2 hours already, and I think like it's a good time to end the stream. Yeah, basically we finished the tutorial thing, right? We got to the iconic like a square sequence, survival sort of sequence.
These people are sick.
Yeah. Take that. Oh, why did I do that? Anyway, so yeah, I think that's a good time to stop for the day. I think I kind of wanted to finish I want to try to stream like the whole game, right? I think because it's feel like a very good, you know, case study in terms of like I love the linear level design, and I feel like I will enjoy a lot like the way this game is structured, the encounters and all this stuff. So yeah, that's it for today. GG. Next time I'll probably stream the Apocalyptic Vibes again to do a bit of a change, like a switch between AAA and indie games. So probably next time I'll play a bit of Apocalyptic Vibes, and then I'll go back to Resident Evil 4. What was that animation? Like the Leon was tied or something? But anyway, that's it for today. I feel kind of tired. It's actually 2 a.m. in my area. Yeah, anyway, thanks Zombie for stopping by. Thanks to anyone who watched the VOD until the end. I'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your day. And stay safe. Midnight here? Oh, okay. I wonder what's the difference. You're somewhere in UK, right? If I remember correctly, Zombie. So the time zone, like the time difference should be like several hours, maybe. It shouldn't be that big. So we're kind of like in a more or less similar time zone. Yeah. Okay. That's it for today. That was the Resident Evil 4 remake. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.